A very good morning to all our viewers. We are live from Tel Aviv, where through this week we have been reporting from the epicenter of the war zone. This is a war that is now pulling in other countries. In the last few hours, the Americans have shot down missiles that they say were fired from Yemen but were intended from Israel. I'm Barkha Dutt, you're with the Mojo story. I hope you have been watching our coverage through the week. We have been reporting right from the border of Gaza. In fact, 1 mile from the Gaza Strip. We've also been reporting from the north of Israel, where the Hezbollah has now engaged with the Israeli military, firing anti-tank missiles through the last 2 or 3 days. Meanwhile, the American President Joe Biden and Rishi Sunak have both been in Israel. President Biden made a speech from the Oval Office on his return to the United States of America, where he contentiously clubbed Vladimir Putin and the Hamas terror group in the same sentence. Listen.
We're facing an inflection point in history. One of those moments where the decisions we make today are going to determine the future for decades to come. That's what I'd like to talk with you about tonight. Early this morning, I returned from Israel. They tell me I'm the first American president to travel there during the war. I met with the Prime Minister and members of his cabinet. And most movingly, I met with Israelis who had personally lived through horrific horror of the attack by Hamas on the 7th of October. More than 1,300 people slaughtered in Israel, including at least 32 American citizens. Scores of innocents, from infants to the elderly grandparents. Israelis, Americans taken hostage. As I told the families of Americans being held captive by Hamas, we're pursuing every avenue to bring their loved ones home. As president, there is no higher priority for me than the safety of Americans held hostage. The terrorist group Hamas unleashed pure, unadulterated evil in the world. But sadly, the Jewish people know perhaps better than anyone that there is no limit to the depravity of people when they want to inflict pain on others. In Israel, I saw people who are strong, determined, resilient, and also angry, in shock and in deep, deep pain. I also spoke with President Abbas, the Palestinian Authority, and reiterated that the United States remains committed to the Palestinian people's right to dignity and to self-determination. The actions of Hamas terrorists don't take that right away. Like so many other, I'm heartbroken by the tragic loss of Palestinian life, including the explosion at the hospital in Gaza, which was not done by the Israelis. We mourn every innocent life lost. We can't ignore the humanity of innocent Palestinians who only want to live in peace and have an opportunity. The assault on Israel echoes nearly 20 months of war, tragedy, and brutality inflicted on the people of Ukraine, people that were very badly hurt since Putin launched his all-out invasion. We've not forgotten the mass graves, the bodies found bearing signs of torture, rape used as a weapon by the Russians, and thousands of Ukrainian children forcibly taken into Russia, stolen from their parents. It's sick. Hamas and Putin represent different threats, but they share this in common. They both want to completely annihilate a neighboring democracy, completely annihilate it. Hamas' stated purpose for existing is the destruction of the state of Israel and the murder of Jewish people. Hamas does not represent the Palestinian people. Hamas uses Palestinian civilians as human shields, and innocent Palestinian families are suffering greatly because of them. Meanwhile, Putin denies Ukraine has or ever had real statehood. He claims the Soviet Union created Ukraine. And just 2 weeks ago, he told the world that if the United States and our allies withdraw, and if the United States withdraw, our allies will as well, military support for Ukraine would have, quote, a week left to live, but we're not withdrawing. I know these comments.
Biden also warned Iran that it would be held accountable. The Iran-backed Hezbollah has in the last 48 hours been engaging the Israeli military at the northern border. We also travel there. Let's bring you images there. The Hezbollah has been firing anti-tank missiles at the Israeli military that has been returning artillery fire. The northern front of Israel is now opening up for military conflict, as is its southern border already. Israel is very squarely in the middle of a two-front conflict, and what was a regional conflict is now threatening to become a global one, with Iran squarely in the mix. The Pentagon has announced that in the last few hours, its warships have intercepted and shot down missiles that were fired from Yemen but were possibly intended for Israel. Listen in.
Crew of the guided missile destroyer USS Carney, operating in the northern Red Sea earlier today, shot down 3 land attack cruise missiles and several drones that were launched by Houthi forces in Yemen. We cannot say for certain what these missiles and drones were targeting, but they were launched from Yemen, heading north along the Red Sea, potentially towards targets in Israel. We have the capability to defend our broader interests in the region and to deter regional escalation and broader expansion of the conflict that began with Hamas's attack on Israeli civilians on October 7th. The crew of the Carney did just that, and across the force, we will remain vigilant to any other potential threats.
That's the Pentagon announcement there. Now, remember, other leaders across the world are being drawn in. The United Kingdom Prime Minister Rishi Sunak was in Israel right here, but he has now left to meet with Arab leaders. Let's bring up Sunak's tweet. Rishi Sunak has said, I had an important and productive meeting with Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman. We agreed on a coordinated action to prevent further escalation in the region, provide vital humanitarian aid in Gaza, and support stability both now and the long run. He also says we cannot let Hamas's terror attack become a catalyst for a terrible humanitarian crisis in Gaza. The worst hit have been medical facilities. International aid agencies are warning that food fuel is running out. Israel has now agreed. It has now agreed to allow aid in from the Egypt side, not from the Israeli side, into the Gaza Strip. Meanwhile, heartbreaking images continue to emerge from Gaza. Let's play you this report of a doctor who had to receive the body, reportedly of his son, in hospital while he was on duty. It's a few days old, but it's still worth watching. All right. If there is suffering in Gaza, there's also deep suffering here in Israel, and posters that are calling for the resignation of Netanyahu. Can we play them slowly, as well as these very, very powerful images of blood-splattered images on the pavements of Tel Aviv, where families of those taken hostage are protesting, and these posters translate into these families saying to the Prime Minister of Israel, you have blood on your hands, also invoking President Biden to say that Benjamin Netanyahu, or Bibi as he's called, must resign. Suffering really across both sides of the ideological and geographical divide. Let me actually show you another image. All of us saw images of a young woman being taken from the Supernova music concert on a motorcycle. Can we actually show the original image? This is the story of Noah that we're just going to play out. Noah's family now holding posters saying, "Don't kill me." Can we take the banner off? We all saw this image of her being dragged away from the music concert on a motorcycle. We met with Noah's family that does not know whether she is alive or dead, but are hoping against hope that she is alive. This is Noah's story, and also the story of a unique India connection. We leave you today as we continue to report from the war zone with the story of the human suffering after the Hamas terror attack.
בבקשה להחזיר את הילדים עכשיו.
Bring our children back home now.
עכשיו להחזיר אותם. אני מבקשת בכל לשון של בקשה, שתהיה מטריה בינלאומית כדי שיחזירו את החטופים הביתה.
She wants the whole world to know that there are people kidnapped there and we want them home now.
This horrific video went viral across the world. A young woman being dragged away on a motorcycle by Hamas terrorists as she pleads for help. She was abducted from the site of the Supernova music concert, where 380 people were killed. This is all that remains today at the site of the music massacre: vast, empty, barren grounds and telltale signs of the killings and kidnappings. And these posters pleading with the Hamas not to kill Noah, who's all of 26 years old, is all that her family has to hold on to, apart from hope and a prayer. The posters also have an India connection. This image of happier times for Noah, her family tells us, was taken in India. Today, they want this India image to define Noah. We are now 2 hours away from the music massacre site at a busy intersection of Tel Aviv. Here, we see these unusual images. Men and women rushing onto the street to paste posters onto buses and cars. Sometimes they also hand over flowers to complete strangers. A closer look at the posters and you see they are all images of Hamas hostages. Across the road, there are hundreds of families huddled together holding up placards. Some demonstrators have brought their babies and their pets to this protest, but the rage is palpable. Resign Netanyahu, say some of the hoardings. And on the pavement leading up to the demonstration, replications of blood marks to say to the Israel Prime Minister, you have blood on your hands. Here at a busy intersection in Tel Aviv, families of those that have been taken hostage by Hamas are protesting. They want their loved ones to be brought back home ASAP. And in fact, you see posters like this here that ask for a prisoner deal now. Now, we know that the Israeli government so far has refused to negotiate with Hamas. We know countries like Qatar have been urging Hamas to release hostages, and we also know that Hamas has released one video showing one hostage, a 21-year-old young woman. What must the families be going through? You can see all around me here, you're seeing different families holding up different placards, and they're all sort of saying the same thing. They're talking about their loved ones who have been kidnapped, who have been taken hostage. There are many posters here. There's bringing Noah home. We remember Noah from the motorcycle video on which she was abducted by Hamas. There are also others. There's Sylvia here. And I'm going to talk to all of these people one by one. And let me start here. You're both here for Liri.
18 years old.
Yes. Liri was 18?
Yes.
So we're here to first talk about Liri Albag, an 18-year-old young woman. I want to say girl because she really was a girl. Are you her uncle?
Yes, I'm her uncle. Yes.
And are you also her uncle? Can you tell us what the purpose of this demonstration here is?
Well, we are here to demonstration about to try to push the government, all the governments all around the world, or try to publish everything so that everybody know about this kind of Holocaust that we suffered.
What would you want the government to do at this point?
Try to push all the other government, all the world where they can push, Qatar, Oman, to push the Turkish guy, everybody who can push or speak with the Hamas.
You want to bring
the people back from Gaza.
You-
This is the first. Bring the people back.
Would you-
The children, old women, children, 3 years, 4 years, children 8 months. This is normally,
Can you tell us something about?
is sitting there, a woman, 19 years. This is, you hear what I
Yes.
talk to you.
Yes.
90 years old. What? This is not people. This is animal.
Can you tell us where she was taken from? Do you
From
know?
Nahal Oz.
From
It's
a
a
kibbutz?
kibbutz from Nahal Oz. She was staying over there, and then on 7:30 she was calling her mother. She said she's hearing gunfires, and that's it. This is the last time that she heard from them. And then after it, she saw in a small video that Hamas was taken, that they pushed her inside the truck together with the other 4 girls. Together they was staying with her to a truck. With her hand was cuffed, and that's it.
I can show you the picture.
Yeah, show us. Okay, he's going to take out a video and show us that horrific video. But I want you to tell me, you want the government to negotiate right now for the release of your loved ones?
I don't want to negotiate anything. You know, someone come and take my lover from here. Why I should negotiate about something? Why I need to push someone to negotiate with the other side? For what? They come into my country, take my daughter, and take her away from me. Why I have to negotiate with them? For what?
Okay, so
what reason?
This is the rage and the anguish of families here. He's going to show us one of the videos, an 18-year-old girl taken hostage. In the meantime, we'll talk to a lot of other people here. You can see even young children, families have brought their children. And let's talk to some of the people here. You have this poster here, bring them home. Do you personally have a relative missing, or are you just joining the protests?
I'm joining the protest.
And what do you want the government, the Netanyahu government, to do at this point?
Anything. Anything to bring them back home. Anything.
Do you think the government should negotiate with the Hamas?
Anything that is needed to bring these people home. Yeah, anything.
This is the picture.
Okay, here they're showing us a picture of Liri. Liri is their loved one. This is a horrific video. Let's speak to others here at the back. There are many people just holding flowers. They're holding flowers and they're saying, do what you can to bring these people home. We're from India. Good evening.
Hi, good evening.
Just want to understand the essence of this demonstration. Obviously, a lot of relatives here, a lot of angry, anguished people. Do you have a relative missing, or are you just joining the protest?
I don't have a relative, thank God. I have a colleague missing. Missing, he's captured.
Yes.
Omri, and I came to, I don't like to call it a demonstration. We came to offer support and give a virtual or actual hug to these people that are going through hell. I can't even imagine 1 hour of not knowing where your child is. Who takes children? Who takes old people? It's just horrible to think about.
It is. And when you saw Hamas release the video of one of the hostages, the 21-year-old Mia Shem, what went through your mind?
That they're making her say something, and she probably went through a lot of hell.
Yeah.
So she's alive and she can talk, but that's only one piece of the story.
And the meaning of this flower here, we're in a time of war. What does this flower represent right now?
For me, it represents life and growth and beauty. I don't know.
And we still have to believe in those things, right?
We have to. That's what we can control our own selves and what we do and how we react. What happens over there, we cannot control. But we are in charge of ourselves, and we're here to help.
Well, thank you for talking to us. We're going to walk here and talk to some other people. As I said, the posters here all say one thing: bring them home. Do what it takes to bring them home. And if you follow me here, just under this little tent, you can see chairs are also plastered with posters like this. This is Liri. We were just talking to her family. There are many, many other families here. There's one more here. There's Maya and Ite, and a lot of the chairs here have posters like this one. Let's take you to some of the other anguished families. Though the government has taken the position that they will not negotiate, the protesters here are asking for a prisoner deal, and they're saying, do what it takes, but please bring our loved ones home. Good evening. If I may just speak with you, if that's okay, just here to cover what all of you are doing here. And I'm seeing that very powerful poster that says, don't kill me. It's a plea for justice. It's a plea to be helped. And everyone, the entire world has seen that horrific video of a young woman being taken away on the motorcycle. I'm sorry, I know you're very upset. If I may just speak with you.
I don't speak English.
Just a little bit is okay.
No.
Okay.
If you want, I speak with Hebrew. No.
Okay, go ahead and speak in Hebrew. Go ahead and speak in She can help us translate maybe?
Yeah.
Yes, okay.
אני מבקשת.
She's demanding.
אני מבקשת. מראש הממשלה.
I demand from the Prime Minister,
מהדרג המדיני.
the politicians,
בבקשה להחזיר את הילדים עכשיו.
bring our children back home now.
עכשיו להחזיר אותם. אני מבקשת בכל לשון של בקשה שתהיה מטריה בינלאומית כדי שיחזירו את החטופים הביתה.
She wants the whole world to know that there are people kidnapped there and we want them home now, not later.
אנחנו בשואה. המדינה שלנו קמה בגלל השואה, ויש לנו כאן שואה נוספת.
This is our second Holocaust. Our country was built after the Holocaust, and now it's a second Holocaust. What is going on here?
And we all saw this video. I'm from India and I saw this video. Can you tell us a little bit about Noah?
Noah Argamani, what?
Okay, how old was Noah?
Here.
That's can I just show my cameraman that? That is a beautiful photograph of Noah there.
This is before, this is after.
Yes, this is before. This is a lovely, happy young woman. This is in India?
She is.
I just want to, I'm from India and this picture was taken in India. So this is a very powerful moment for our Indian audiences. This picture was taken in India, a happy young Noah. And that picture, if the camera goes there, that picture was seen by the entire world as a young woman was taken away on a motorcycle by Hamas. And this is her distraught relative.
Like her second mother.
Yeah.
She is the sister of the father. And she's like her child. She's her child. She's like her daughter.
No, she's
the auntie.
I got it. I got it. I'm so sorry.
Noah is a brilliant student.
All the people. אתם צריכים להשפיע על הממשלות שלכם. כל אזרח בכל מדינה דמוקרטית. בבקשה להשפיע, לצאת לרחובות, כדי שהילדים האלה יחזרו הביתה.
She's calling for all people and all governments to speak out. All the democratic citizens and countries should speak up and bring them home and put pressure on Hamas to bring them home because they're not related to the war.
עכשיו תחזירו אותם. לא בעוד שעה, עכשיו אנחנו רוצים אותם בבית. יש שם נשים, ילדים, תינוקות, סבתות, סבים, זה לא יאומן מה זה לא, אי אפשר לתאר את זה במילים.
She wants to bring them now, not in an hour, not in a day, not in a month. We want our people back now.
No, she said like that.
Part?
They have a lot of babies there, old women and old people. They have to come back. They don't have to suffer a second.
What did they feel? What did you all feel
There is a woman there, 80 years old, Holocaust survivor, who today is celebrating her birthday in Hamas. I don't know where they put them there.
What did you all feel when you saw Hamas release one video of a young woman in their captivity and making her speak on camera? Did it make you furious?
We know it's propaganda. היא שואלת על הסרטון שפורסם, על הילדה שפרסמו את החמאס פרסם את הסרטון.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct.
We don't know the day. We know it's propaganda. We know it's to put pressure
Absolutely.
on us, on Israel, on Israeli army to stop it. But we're not politicians.
Yeah.
We are people. And we
Absolutely. I just want to, may I hold up this picture? I just want to hold up these two pictures, if I may. This is a story. It's a story of one young woman, but it's a story of many people. Behind me, if you see the posters, there's Noah, there's Liri, there's so many other people, and all the people who've gathered here at a busy cross-section of Tel Aviv want the same thing. Talk about the families, go behind the numbers, bring the people we love home. And in particular, being from India, these two photographs are powerful because this is young, beautiful, happy Noah with not a care in the world. 26 years old, filmed in India. And this is what the viral image that the world saw as the Hamas took her away on a motorcycle. And her family's, her aunt is right here in tears with so many other people, only hoping against hope one thing, that Noah is well and that Noah will come home. And as we talk about geopolitics, we talk about war, we talk about the military, we forget that there are innocent people at the heart of this crisis. Babies, I'm being told 3-month-old baby, but also an 80-year-old grandmother possibly who turned 80 today. A Holocaust survivor who's reliving, in the words of all of these people here, the Holocaust all over again. This is the story of Noah, but it's also the story of nearly 200 other Israelis who are still in the captivity of Hamas.
It's great to see you here. Thank you for watching our work. If you haven't subscribed yet, don't forget to click the bell icon and subscribe to Mojo Story and support independent, robust journalism.